blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
I'll enjoy watching you try. In mere moments, all that you have dreaded will come to pass. When the screaming stops and your mind is gone, the rest, perhaps, is silence.
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. It's good to see you here, man. Good to actually kind of like see a familiar face or familiar name here on Twitch, because I'm new to all this. I'm used to YouTube, but this is new. So I'm kind of like, hoping that more of, the YouTube subscribers can actually come along, join the fun, because this is basically what I would like ideally for us to actually go ahead and do that. Yes, this is more like it. All right, let's do this. Cool, so this dude looks cool. Let's do this. We saw this introduction. Wow, the level of customization in this game is serious. It's serious. I love it. Wow. How much time do you guys spend customizing your character? It looks like I could spend quite a while just here going through all the options. Man, these cutscenes are phenomenal. I feel like Larian Studios kind of took the baton from Blizzard on the WoW days, just ran with it, because this is the kind of like level that Blizzard used to have. Well, they still have it. It's amazing. It's just more stylized nowadays, but these ones are amazing. Damn, I'm so hype about this right now. Love it. Okay, a lot going on. It was really well staged, I have to say, the cutscenes. Major kudos to everybody at Larian making cutscenes, because that looked great. I'm doing fine, thanks. Trying to figure out this game as best as I possibly can, because it's the first time playing a Baldur's Gate, I have to say. Blade Ward. It's nice. Phew, that looks great. So in these streams, what I'm going to try to do is basically look at a game from a developer's perspective as we go through it, right? So I have worked in many games over the years, for those that are new here and, that don't know who I am for the future. So I have worked in many games for about 20 years, many types of games and stuff. So most of the stuff you can actually try or understand exactly how things work by reverse engineering based on the things that I've done. So I'm going to try and actually do the same thing here when something kind of catches my attention from a developer perspective on how much work they have done. Because working in a game like this, of this scale, that has so many animations, specifically because I'm an animator, has so many animations, is a mammoth task. Not only do you need to have a massive team, but also you need to have basically a whole lot of organization and variations, and it's a lot of work. So one of the first things that I can tell right now already is that every single one of these buttons have an animation to do with it, right? And just that's going to be intense and a lot of work. So major kudos to everybody in the animation team, because the amount of work that it takes to make these things is no joke, and making them all amazing, it's even harder. So yeah, major kudos. Really cool. This game looks so good. graphics are insane. Combat. General tutorial. Get ready to fight. Alright. And turn. Oh. Dead? Not yet. Take all. Getting the hang of this. Okay. Yeah, Torbis, I think in a game like this, like, it gets play tested a whole lot. So, you know, so like some of the heroes that don't get praised is the QA people. I used to be QA for about 6 years before I actually got into game dev properly. Like, you know, I was game dev already, but like before I got into animation. And the amount of detail that the QA team has to go through, and the better the QA team, the more clean and finished the game is. Have you guys heard of certification? Like a game passing certification? Do you guys know what that is?
Do as I say.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So when you have a really good QA team, means that normally you actually go through, not only you go through certification, but you go with flying colors, which is great. I think this game, given how clean it looks so far and by the things that I've heard so far, must have had so many iterations of the QA team just hammering at it over and over again. It makes for a really nice experience for the players. I think that learning all the skills and combining them and making sure that they work as a team, it requires a lot of multitasking skills. So it's going to take a while for me to actually get there, but eventually we'll get there, chat. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this game so far. It's interesting because of the isometric view, you're so used to having a 3D view of your games that, you know, for me, I kind of want to actually go down to his level and look around. But the more I actually walk around and take in this world at this level, the more I'm like, you know what? This is actually quite nice. There's so much to take in. Having this restricted view actually helps you quite a bit to make sure that you're not overwhelmed. It's adventures. It has an advantage to the player for sure. And because it's turn-based, it's great.
Such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful
So,
person to know. All right. I accept.
The Pale Elf. So, something to be said about those cinematics is that, like, it's very interesting how they actually made it here in Larian. So, I don't work for Larian, I don't know, but based on games that I worked on, they have a lot of these interactions that is two characters, but there's like a bunch of different speech trees that you can select from and all that stuff. Based off that, the way they actually do it is by actually feeding text, and then that text basically gets translated into mouth shapes, into face shapes, and those things then that setup then means that you can actually feed any text that you want, and the character will actually speak and accentuate and do certain things. It's very complicated to put together. Sometimes you can put together in the software like Maya. Sometimes it happens in Unreal, depends on the software. This is why I don't know how Larian made it. But however they made it, they made a really good job, because what happens is that, like, you know, once again, going back to animation, you can actually get the mouth to actually say the lines that you want. But then sometimes the emotions are not quite right. So maybe they're actually saying it when they're angry when they're supposed to be happy, or vice versa. But here it looks believable. Obviously, it's not like a perfect speech. Yeah, like they're not speaking absolutely perfectly, but they are actually saying the lines with emotion, and they have attitudes and personalities, and they're different from each other as well, which is really, really cool. It's hard to pull off. So major kudos once again to Larian for for working so hard and pulling these type of things off. You can tell lots of love went into this game. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, since we've been like playing for nearly 3 hours now. I think, yeah, it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. So like, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, but it's been a lot of fun. I think I made a lot of progress, and the game is complex and long. So really cool to actually see you guys here. Thanks for all the help that you guys gave me. Really nice to actually kind of like go through this journey, playing the game, Baldur's Gate. I'm gonna try and do exactly the same next week, same time, same day. So keep it tuned, and until then, see you guys. Bye bye.